Persephone, it has been 457 days since I last saw you. To answer your questions from your last video, no, I haven't read Cat's Cradle, but I would like to. I listened to Winter Song and I really liked it, and now I'm listening to it quite often. And to address your Doctor Who feels, I don't watch the current seasons of Doctor Who. I kind of stopped after David Tennant because I had this thing where I started watching it here, and then I went to England and they were like ahead of us because that's where it airs, so it airs later here, and I skipped like the whole middle and I saw like the beginning and the end of David Tennant stuff, and it got confusing and sad, and so I sort of stopped. I don't know what's happening in the fandom right now. All I know is that it looks really awesome. I'm thinking of getting back into it, but right now I'm kind of in the middle of trying to marathon all of Supernatural, which is both amazing and terrifying because I am very easy to scare, and most of it is very, very scary and stuff. You know, the best way to deal with feels is to look things up on the internet about it, drink lots of tea, and cry, and to just get some friend to listen to you, explain every feel, and just let them sit there and go, yes, I see. So today, Persephone, what I wanted to talk to you about was The Hobbit. I'm excited for The Hobbit. I think you know how excited I am for The Hobbit. It's all I can think about. I've been rewatching that new trailer repeatedly, like every single day. But I wanted to address the issue of the fact that The Hobbit had been turned into 3 films. Now, some people didn't think this was a good idea. They thought, I don't even know what they thought, because to me, I think this is a good idea. And these are my reasons why. Reason number 1. Now, I'm going to say now there's going to be spoilers, because I'm going to reveal things that happen in it, so if you haven't read the book, and you don't want to know, like, anything about what happens in it, then don't watch this anymore. But I'm pretty sure you've read it, Persephone. But if you haven't, I'll try and keep it as unspoilery as possible. In the books, often when a character is explaining something, say Bilbo does something crazy and then he comes back to rejoin his company of the dwarves and Gandalf, and he explains what happens. In the book, it literally says things along the lines of, and then Bilbo explained. So there's going to be a whole section in the movie where he's going to be explaining stuff. Or, like, characters, like, there's lots of things that happen that were just explained with a few sentences like that. Whereas, like, scenery took up a lot more space. So conversations are actually going to be happening. There won't be, like, text that comes up that says, and then Bilbo explained. He's going to actually, like, go through the dialogue to explain to them what happened. Secondly, in the book, Gandalf leaves their company for a short period of time. You don't follow his story of where he goes. In the movie, you are going to see where Gandalf goes. You get to see what he's doing. So that's going to take screen time, obviously. Thirdly, a lot of things happen in The Hobbit. It may seem like a small book, but they go to a lot of locations. They go, like, all over. They meet all sorts of people. They go and stay in different places for long periods of time. They go through the Misty Mountains. They go through the whole Gollum scene, which is going to take a while. And I'm pretty sure in the book, the Gollum scene isn't that long in page-wise, but it's going to be a longish scene. It took them 2 weeks to film, I think, so they aren't just going from, you know, the Shire to Smaug's lair. Like, they're going to be doing things in between. They're doing a lot of things in between. And finally, people are forgetting the battle. At the end of the book, there is a huge battle. The way it's kind of described is that Bilbo gets hit over the head with a rock and is completely out cold for the whole thing. Then you get a recap of what happened at the end. Do you really think that in the movie, Bilbo's just going to get hit on the head with the rock and then the screen's going to go black and he'll wake up and it's over? No. You're going to have, like, the entire last movie is going to be that battle, I am sure. Because the second movie is all about Smaug, and last movie is going to be the battle and going home. So those are my opinions on that. If you feel differently, let me know. I don't know, I think everything about this film is going to be fantastic. I don't care that people are saying it's going to look weird filmed in such a high definition and things like that. I'm like, no. Just go with it. It's going to look awesome, okay? It's going to be fun. It's going to be hilarious. It's going to have everything. Martin Freeman, Smaug. I'm gonna go to the grocery store now because I'm all out of food. That reminds me, the other day I went to a pub in Toronto and I had barbecued wings for the first time in a really long time, and I had completely forgotten how delicious food is. Because all I've been eating is like frozen food and easy to make sandwiches and soups. I haven't had meat off the bone in so long, and it was glorious. Persephone, I'll see you on Friday.